we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Alabama's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Hey, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's straight. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Makes the catch. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's straight. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one obviously is a politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Found the spot in the defense. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So South Carolina's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now on first down from the 43. To the ground with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Motion from the back. He'll take a deep shot here. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Bunch formation for these receivers. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on second down. It's complete. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Fires on the move. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Running to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Wants to fire on second down. It's complete. They make the stop, but the sweep pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Back to pass, it's Galladay. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A methodical drive, and they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to...
Turning it on. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
He wants to change this route. Find some fresh air. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo. Trying play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Got room to work. Wide open spaces. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. You take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Back to throw. It's Galladay. Got him downfield. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gonna let it fly.
Oh!
And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Slides away. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Off play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Tight end finds a soft spot.
And I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let him throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a fourth down. Decision time for this offense.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's when they put it in play. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Galladay. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Rucker. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Rucker. Knocked down at the 22, that's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. It's now a one-point game, 14-13. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Start the second half, Alabama will kick it off. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing, they're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played, and they get this confidence going. They get into a rhythm. Watch out.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
Scanning the field, it's Galladay.
You intercept the fucking ball. God damn.
Stop trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Dead center perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bama! And that one will give him the lead.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Back to the ground with the running back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. To throw, it's Galladay. Here's a heat. He's got it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Snagged in the middle. It's Rucker. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Pulls it in. It's ball. There he goes. Ripping through the defense. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. Third and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Gonna look downfield again. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Bringing it back. The 40. At the 20. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown,
thinking hold them to 3, make them kick a field goal, don't let them score points. Heck no. You turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Galladay. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with a screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Toss to the outside. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the 4th quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Dropping back, it's Galladay. Pulls it in, it's Rucker. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Trying to get the edge on the right. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
And he's brought down after a nice game. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He's got the tight end. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mind...
Oh, a lot of space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Send the tight end in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Makes the grab. It's straight. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Back to throw, it's Galladay. Fires complete on the crosser. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab down the middle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And he makes the extra point. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes that Alabama offense. Be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
And you're trying to get the ball to running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. They'll go with a direct snap. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to keep this drive alive. Finding open areas. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.